Jimmie Johnson off turn 4.
Coming to the finish line.
Coming to the checkered flag this time, all clear.
Jimmie Johnson wins his 7th NASCAR Sprint Cup Championship.
Hey race fans, Alex Weaver here. I'm now going to be joined by 7-time champion Jimmie Johnson, the driver of the number 48 for Hendrick Motorsports for the remainder of the year. I'm going to keep saying that because I'm so thankful that we at least get the remainder of 2020. But the drivers in the garage that you now race with on a day-to-day basis took a survey. We don't know who, we don't know what their answers were, but they voted you the greatest NASCAR driver of all time.
Wow. That is amazing to hear, and I wasn't aware of that. So that's a massive honor, and to come from my peers like that makes it all the more meaningful.
How do you feel about your place in NASCAR history? Because we know how your peers feel, and we know how the drivers that race against you every single Sunday feel, but how do you feel?
Well, right or wrong, I think I've kind of reflected more on my peers in their opinion of me and the respect that they have for me. So it's not a situation I would ever kind of grant for myself or bestow upon myself. But I'm very thankful that my peers do feel that way. I mean, it really is meaningful. Kind of lost for words on what to say, but the significance of this coming from my peers, makes it really, really awesome.
If we were to ask, let's say 25-year-old Jimmie, who his greatest of all time was, what would have been your answer? What driver did you kind of idolize when you were growing up?
Jeff Gordon all the way. He gave me so much hope as a young race car driver, not growing up in the South and not racing stock cars. So Jeff Gordon, Tony Stewart, those were really important people or drivers that were ahead of me that I idolized.
Now let's do the flip side, and the guys that are coming up behind you and kind of passing the reins over to this new class of drivers that we see, and they're so successful. They have so much success on and off the track. How do you feel about the future of NASCAR now that you're kind of passing the baton over to this younger class?
I feel really good. And when you look through the various series, there are very interesting stories and storylines, very talented drivers that are coming along. So not only do we have the Ryan Blaney's and Chase Elliott's in the Cup Series, but you have Chase Briscoe and Austin Cindric. You go down to the trucks, there's more names to look at. You look at the Drive for Diversity program in men and women that are coming along and coming up through the ranks. Haley Deegan is an example. I think there's a very bright future for NASCAR and a lot of talent in the pipeline.
Let's say that the field remains pretty similar to what it is right now for the next couple of years. Do you think that there's a driver that could outrank you as being the greatest all time when it's all said and done?
Yeah, it's so wild. I mean, when I look back at my career and the years of success, it takes so many pieces and so many variables that have to go the right way. I honestly cannot believe that I've had the success that I've had. And I know that it's rare and it doesn't happen all that often. And you don't know how to create that environment. So, I have friends that I highly respect and think are plenty capable. I just don't know if all the elements will align to make it happen. And, the first one that comes to mind for me is Chase Elliott. With the success that his family has had in the sport, how good of a driver I know he is and what he's capable of. I certainly, look to him first and hope that he has all that success.
Well, the future definitely looks bright, but I want to thank you for joining us. When we call you the greatest of all time, we now have evidential proof, so we can say it now.
I appreciate it. Thank you.
Good luck the rest of 2020.
Appreciate it.